Welcome to Stoic Wisdom. Have you ever paused to wonder, amidst the relentless rush of life, work, pressure, and the weight of endless expectations, what truly lies within your grasp? And what is merely an illusion? How do you keep your mind sharp, your heart steady, and still move forward with laser-focused purpose? Today, we're diving into 5 profound lessons from Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher who faced wars, loss, and crushing responsibilities, yet found light in the darkest moments. These aren't just pieces of advice, they're a compass to live with strength, meaning, and freedom every single day. Are you ready to shift how you see life? Let's begin. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe Stoicism isn't just ancient text. It's a flame that lights your path, even on the darkest days. Marcus Aurelius, who penned Meditations on the Edge of Life and Death, left us pearls of wisdom. How to master emotions, find peace in chaos, and live true to your values. Ever feel like life is an endless battle? Overwhelmed by work, tangled in complex relationships, or haunted by doubts in your own mind? Marcus has been there, and he has answers. Today, we'll unpack 5 actionable lessons you can apply right now to take charge of your life. You'll learn to distinguish what you can control from what you must release. You'll discover how to face challenges without being consumed by them. And most importantly, you'll find a way to live each day with clarity and purpose, no matter how chaotic the world gets. Curious about the first lesson? It might just change how you tackle every challenge in life. Join us on this journey. This isn't just a video, it's an invitation to live with greater awareness, strength, and fulfillment. If these lessons resonate, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to never miss a Stoic Wisdom video. Ready to uncover 5 life-changing lessons from Marcus Aurelius? Let's dive in right now. Lesson 1, the power of your mind, your true domain. Picture yourself steering a small boat on a vast ocean, where towering waves threaten to swallow you whole and howling winds refuse to relent. The storm, nature's raw, untamed force, is entirely beyond your control. But in your hands are the rudder, the sails, and the ability to navigate through the raging seas. This is the powerful metaphor Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, used to remind us of our true power, control over our own mind. His famous words, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Aren't just a philosophical gem, they're a guiding star for living meaningfully in today's chaotic world. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe Stoicism isn't some dusty theory from ancient times. It's a practical toolkit for building inner strength to face the challenges of modern American life, from the high-stakes grind of cities like New York or San Francisco to the personal stress of relationships. Our stance is clear. When you learn to control your reactions instead of trying to bend the external world, you don't just find peace, you unlock a reservoir of inner power that guides you and inspires those around you. Ask yourself, why do some people stay calm when the world around them is falling apart? The secret lies in Marcus's core lesson. We can't control external events, but we can always control how we respond. Picture this. A slice of life in America. You're stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic on LA's 405 freeway during rush hour. The clock ticks mercilessly, and you know you're late for a critical meeting. Your instinct might be to slam the steering wheel, curse, or let anger surge, spiking your heart rate and clouding your mind. But pause for a second. Does that anger make traffic move faster? Or does it just drain you, leaving you less focused when you finally reach the office? Or consider this. A colleague makes a disrespectful remark during a Zoom meeting, or a client abruptly cancels a deal with no explanation. The knee-jerk reaction might be to explode, anger, frustration, or even resentment. But as Stoic wisdom emphasizes, those reactions don't just waste energy, they hand control of your emotions to someone else. Instead, apply critical thinking. can I choose a response that serves me better in the long run? For instance, rather than snapping back at a thoughtless comment, you could stay silent, assess their intent, and respond with calm professionalism. This doesn't just protect your inner peace, it builds your reputation as someone steady and reliable. True strength, as Marcus teaches, isn't about controlling the uncontrollable, a near impossible task in a complex society like America, where politics, economics, or social pressures often lie beyond one person's reach. Instead, it's about honing your responses to align with wisdom and your core values. Think of yourself as a boxer in the ring. Your opponent may throw unexpected punches, but your ability to dodge, counter, and stay composed determines the win. At Stoic Wisdom, we urge you to see daily challenges, from family disagreements to workplace deadlines, as chances to train your mind. Each time you choose a mindful response, you're forging a stronger version of yourself. So, how do you put this into practice? Start by shifting your focus from what you can't control to what you can. In that traffic jam, instead of letting anger take over, pop on a personal growth podcast, maybe a Stoic Wisdom episode, or practice deep breathing to stay calm. If a meeting gets cancelled last minute, rather than stewing, use that time to plan your next project or send a thank you email to a supportive colleague. These small acts don't just reclaim your control, they turn negative moments into opportunities for growth. Stoic wisdom believes you don't need to chase peace in far-off places like an expensive Hawaiian getaway or a pricey meditation retreat. Peace is a fortress you build within, a stronghold to weather any storm. Take a moment to ask yourself, if, starting tomorrow, you decided no external event could shake your inner calm, how would your life change? Would you feel freer facing inevitable challenges, more effective at work, patient in relationships, or confident pursuing personal goals? This isn't a lofty promise, it's a concrete call to action. Try this today. Jot down one situation that frustrated or angered you and analyze how you could respond differently with Stoic thinking. Write down an alternative, maybe a deep breath, a question to clarify the situation, or simply smiling and moving on. Stoic wisdom is here to guide you, bringing Marcus Aurelius's ancient lessons into your modern journey, where mastering emotions isn't just a skill, it's an art of living. Remember, you can't control the storm, but you can always steer the rudder. Seize that power and let it guide you to a fuller, more meaningful life. Lesson 2. Your soul mirrors your thoughts. Keep your inner palette bright. Imagine your mind as a blank canvas, pristine and brimming with potential, awaiting its first brushstrokes. Every thought that crosses your mind, every belief you hold, every inner whisper is a drop of paint, slowly shaping the masterpiece of your soul. This is the heart of Marcus Aurelius's teaching when he wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." At Stoic Wisdom, we see this not as ancient philosophy, but as a practical key to mastering emotions, shaping character, and living meaningfully in a fast-paced world, where the pressures of work, social media, and America's hustle can easily dim your inner light. Ask yourself, what kind of painting are your thoughts creating? If you constantly repeat, "I'm not good enough," or "life is so unfair," you're splashing your soul with dark, gloomy hues. Consider Sarah, a coder in San Francisco who shared her story on a self-improvement forum. She started her career with fiery passion, but rejections from big tech firms trapped her in a cycle of negativity. "I'll never succeed." The result? She procrastinated on personal projects, shied away from new opportunities, and let self-doubt stain her mind. Stoic wisdom sees this as a vivid example of thought's power. What you allow to take root shapes not just your emotions, but your actions and future. Marcus teaches that negative thoughts are like passing clouds, not you unless you choose. to hold on to them. Conversely, when you nurture thoughts of gratitude, resilience, and potential, your soul glows with vibrant colors. Look at Marcus himself. Amid wars, plagues, and the weight of ruling an empire, he carved out time each night to write in meditations, focusing on gratitude for lessons learned through hardship rather than wallowing in resentment. The result? He stayed clear-headed, made history-shaping decisions, and left an enduring legacy. Stoic wisdom applies this to modern America. Picture yourself as a teacher in Chicago, grappling with the stress of online classes and challenging students. Instead of thinking, "I'm burned out, I can't keep going," try, "I'm grateful for this chance to grow in patience and creativity." A Yale study on positive psychology shows such small reframes can cut stress by 35% and boost life satisfaction. Notice how, by choosing brighter hues, you're crafting a stronger version of yourself. Understanding that thoughts shape your soul isn't a call for blind optimism, like the just think positive cliches flooding self-help books. No, this is intellectual responsibility, a Stoic principle Marcus championed. You control what lingers in your mind, and that demands sharp, critical thinking. In today's America, where negative news from CNN or anxious tweets on X can flood your feed, are you letting external dark colors seep in unchecked? Stoic wisdom believes Stoicism isn't about dodging reality, but facing it with clarity and purpose. Take a Wall Street banker facing a volatile market. Instead of letting "the economy's crashing, I'm doomed" take over, they could think, "This is reality, but I can control my response by learning smarter investing." This shift doesn't just ease anxiety, it opens doors to opportunity, a mindset we champion to navigate modern challenges. So, what colors have you been painting your soul with lately? Pause this video and reflect. Are the thoughts looping in your head ones you want to carry into tomorrow? Here's a gentle but practical step. Start a Stoic journal, as Marcus did. Each night, spend 5 minutes writing down 3 negative thoughts from your day and reframe them positively. For example, swap "I'm stuck in this job" for "I'm learning to grow in my career." Psychologists like Shauna Kaur, author of The Happiness Advantage, prove this habit rewires how your brain processes information, improving emotional control and productivity. Stoic wisdom sees this as the most effective way to apply Stoicism for Americans, from college students in Boston to managers in Seattle, building inner resilience in a turbulent world. Sometimes, a single shift in how you paint your thoughts can redraw your entire life's canvas. Imagine you're stuck in LA traffic, a daily nightmare. Instead of thinking, "This is a damn problem, I'm wasting time," try, "This is a chance to practice patience and reflect." Marcus teaches that these shifts don't just lift your mood, they build lasting habits. A Stanford study found that people who view challenges as opportunities report 28% higher happiness and better problem-solving skills. Stoic wisdom emphasizes that by weaving in these changes, you don't just survive tough days. You turn your life into a masterpiece, a radiant soul you command. Marcus's lesson is a reminder you hold ultimate power over the colors of your soul. When you master this, as he did amid wars and imperial burdens, you stop being swept away by emotions and start steering your life. Start today. Pick one recurring negative thought and repaint it. Write it down, analyze it, and replace it with a positive angle. Swap "I can't handle this pressure" for "I'm training to be stronger under pressure." You'll be amazed at how these small shifts compound, creating a more meaningful life. Lesson 3. Time is fleeting. Live like today matters. Imagine living in a world where everything has an expiration date, including your own life. This is the core message of Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, in his Timeless words: do not act as if you are going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. These words aren't meant to scare or intimidate. They're a wake-up call to live with purpose, starting today. Why does this matter? Think about how we often live. We put off calling loved ones, shy away from chasing passions, or cling to petty grudges, assuming tomorrow is guaranteed. But the brutal truth is that life's clock is ticking, not cruelly, not hurriedly, just naturally. Marcus, who led an empire, understood this deeply. Writing meditations amid overwhelming burdens, he saw that even an emperor's power couldn't escape mortality. He, the mightiest man of his time, was still dust in the end. If an emperor faced this fragility, how can we, ordinary people, ignore it? From Stoic wisdom's perspective, this lesson isn't abstract philosophy. It's a practical tool for emotional control and personal growth. Recognizing life's brevity helps you prioritize what matters, keeping negative emotions at bay. In America's fast-paced world, where people race against work, social media, and financial stress, many fall into procrastination's trap. A Harvard study reveals over 70% of Americans regret things they didn't do, like spending time with family or pursuing hobbies. Marcus teaches us to break that cycle by treating each day as a fragile, priceless gift. Ask yourself, if today were your last, what would you do differently? Would you tell someone you love them now, or keep waiting? Act boldly at work or hesitate out of fear? These questions don't spark panic, they bring clarity, urging you to live kinder without delay. Let's apply this to daily life. First, it cuts out time wasting. When you see life as short, you stop squandering energy on petty anger like online arguments or comparing yourself to Instagram influencers. Instead, you focus on what adds real value. Think of Steve Jobs, an American icon, who said remembering death daily helped him make big decisions, like leaving a safe job to chase his passion. Marcus urges us to live well while we can. Stoic wisdom suggests a daily habit. Each morning, list 3 top priorities. Each night, reflect on how you lived meaningfully. Try this today. Write down one thing you're delaying and commit to doing it before the day ends. You'll feel the shift, not panic, but calm purpose. This lesson also deepens forgiveness and love. We hold grudges, thinking there's time to fix things later, but with death always looming, why not forgive now? Marcus, despite facing betrayal and wars, chose kindness, writing that forgiveness is rational strength, not weakness. In today's polarized America, where political and social tensions divide, this is urgent. Picture a New York entrepreneur, too busy with a startup to thank their parents. Applying Marcus's wisdom, they call, and that moment transforms their relationship. Stoic wisdom emphasizes this as emotional mastery, shifting from impulsive reactions to intentional acts. Ask, who do you need to forgive today? Act simply, send a text, I appreciate you, and feel the power of connection. Finally, this lesson fuels sustainable growth. It's not about rushing, but living purposefully. Knowing time is limited, you stop procrastinating and start becoming your best self. Marcus didn't fear death. He used it as motivation to live virtuously. Stoic wisdom ties this to modern life. Read daily or meditate to stay grounded. A California student, stressed by school, applied this by setting small goals. 30 minutes of study daily instead of waiting for the perfect moment. She not only succeeded, but thrived. Reflect critically. Where are you wasting time? Act gently. Choose one small change today, like unplugging to focus on family, and track the difference. Through Marcus's lens, life's brevity isn't a curse. It's a call to live fully. Stoic wisdom believes applying this lesson helps you master emotions, prioritize wisely, and build a meaningful life no matter the circumstances. Start now, because today truly matters. Lesson 4, behold life's beauty, a perspective above the noise. The world today never seems to quiet down. Ever wonder amid endless bills, overflowing inboxes, negative news flooding your screen, and crushing work deadlines, if there's room to breathe? Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, saw this 2 millennia ago. In Meditations, he advised, dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. Think often of how things change. For such thoughts wash away the dust of earthly life. These aren't just poetic words. They're a practical tool to rise above the noise, reconnecting you with yourself and the cosmos. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe this is the key to emotional mastery and inner peace, a perspective every busy American, from New York entrepreneurs to California office workers, can use to live more meaningfully. Imagine a terrible day. The stock market crashes, a Zoom meeting drags on, and social media is a cesspool of arguments. This noise isn't just external, it creeps into your mind, stirring anxiety about the future, regret over the past, and disconnecting you from the present. Marcus understood this. As emperor, he faced wars, plagues, and court conspiracies, noises louder than our modern lives. Yet he chose to look at the night sky. Why? Because gazing at twinkling stars shows you your own smallness. You're not the universe's center, you're part of it. Earth is a speck in the Milky Way, one of billions of galaxies. Stoic wisdom's take, this realization doesn't crush you, it frees you from ego's weight. It reminds you that daily worries, utility bills, or a boss's email are fleeting, not worth hijacking your emotions. For a real-world example, consider an American entrepreneur we interviewed. During the 2008 financial crisis, he nearly went bankrupt, fixated on losses. Then he applied Marcus's advice. Each night he stood in his Texas backyard, gazing at stars, imagining himself running with them through boundless space. This calmed him, refocusing him on what he could control, like new business strategies. The result? He rebuilt his company stronger. This isn't coincidence. Science backs it. A Harvard study shows stargazing or nature contemplation lowers cortisol, stress hormone, and boosts connection. Ask yourself, are you letting noise drown out this beauty? Try it tonight. Turn off your phone, step outside, and spend 5 minutes under the sky. Feel the universe's motion and watch your worries fade. But Marcus didn't stop at stars. He stressed the change of all things. Nature is the greatest teacher, he said. Observe the water cycle. Rivers evaporate into clouds. Clouds rain back. To earth, rain feeds rivers, and rivers flow to the sea. Everything shifts, cycles, yet remains harmonious and beautiful. This teaches impermanence, a Stoic cornerstone. Jobs vanish, relationships evolve, health fluctuates, but like water, we can adapt. Stoic wisdom's view, don't fight change, embrace it for growth. This resonates in America's hustle culture, where relentless drive often leads to burnout. Challenge yourself. If everything changes, why cling to fear of failure? Marcus reminds us that contemplating change washes away the dust, the grime of blind ambition, pointless anger, and daily pettiness. Historically, Marcus applied this during the Marcomannic Wars, when his empire faced collapse. Instead of panicking, he reflected on nature's changes. Mountains erode, rivers dry, to stay calm and make wise decisions. He saved Rome. In modern life, a Chicago single mom, a Stoic wisdom viewer, shared her story. Amid divorce and parenting stress, she felt broken. Then she practiced Marcus's lesson. Each morning, she watched leaves change seasons, green to gold, reminding herself pain passes. This helped her control emotions, focus on growth, and even launch a successful business. The positive message, change isn't your enemy, it's your chance to renew. Are you ready to see your challenges as part of this beautiful cycle? Act gently. Spend 10 minutes today observing nature, a falling leaf or flowing stream, and journal how it mirrors your life. By dwelling on life's beauty, the dust of earthly life falls away. Ego, vague fears, petty disputes, they dissolve before the universe's vastness. Marcus teaches that this perspective brings true freedom. You're no longer bound by noise, you rise above it. Stoic wisdom stresses, this is applied philosophy, not theory. It builds resilience, a quality Americans seek through self-help books or podcasts. Challenge yourself. If you have time for Netflix or TikTok, why not run with the stars to nourish your soul? Action step. Plan a short weekend trip to a nearby national park, like Yellowstone or the Grand Canyon, to practice this contemplation. Feel your smallness and the inner strength it brings. Marcus's lesson isn't just about looking, it's about living. By reflecting on life's beauty and constant change, you wash away the dust, finding peace amid chaos. Stoic wisdom urges you, apply this now because life is short, but the universe is eternal. Lesson 5, obstacles are the way. Turn challenges into fuel. Picture facing a massive obstacle, a wall blocking your life's path. But Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, insists it's not your enemy. He declared, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This isn't empty rhetoric. It's a core Stoic principle that turns hardship into fuel for growth. At Stoic Wisdom, we believe this isn't abstract theory. It's a practical tool for mastering emotions and building inner strength, especially in today's uncertain world. Pause and reflect. What's your latest challenge? Maybe it's a career setback, like an unexpected layoff in America's shaky job market, where millions face economic flux, or a personal betrayal, like a relationship you poured your heart into crumbling, or a simple plan derailed, like a dream vacation cancelled by a pandemic or financial strain. These moments aren't rare, they're life's fabric, and our first reaction, frustration floods in, despair rises, maybe even anger at ourselves or the world. You might think, why me? How do I get past this? It's natural, but Stoic wisdom sees this as a missed opportunity, the chance to transform adversity into momentum. Look closer, deeper. These very challenges force us to think differently, grow stronger, and become more resilient. Take an American example. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb. He didn't see those failures as obstacles. They were lessons, refining his ideas and changing the world. Similarly, Marcus applied this in his life. As emperor, he faced endless wars, plagues, and betrayals. Instead of sinking into despair, he wrote in Meditations that obstacles are chances to practice virtue. Stoic wisdom insists this isn't just for historical giants, it's for you navigating daily life. Act now. Next time you hit a setback, journal 3 ways it could teach you something new. This not only tames emotions, but fosters critical thinking, turning instinct into strategy. Human greatness rarely comes from easy paths. It rises from those who turn obstacles into stepping stones. Think of Nelson Mandela, who transformed 27 years in prison into a foundation for forgiveness and leadership, guiding South Africa beyond apartheid. Or closer to home, Oprah Winfrey, who turned a childhood of poverty and abuse into fuel for building a media empire, inspiring millions with her resilience. These aren't flukes, they echo Marcus's teaching. What blocks your path isn't the enemy, it's the map. Each challenge is both a test and a guide, leading to a version of yourself smooth roads could never reach. Stoic wisdom's stance is clear. Don't dodge adversity, embrace it as a strict teacher. This builds not just personal growth, but emotional calm, vital in America's high-pressure, fast-changing society. So how do you apply this today? Start with a powerful question. What's blocking your path right now? Is it work stress in a post-COVID remote job, or a strained relationship draining your control? Instead of fighting it, blaming or avoiding, lean in. What if this isn't a dead end, but the true path to growth? Marcus teaches that obstacles are the universe's signal, pushing you to act creatively. If you lose a job, don't wallow. See it as a chance to learn new skills, like pivoting to tech in booming Silicon Valley. Stoic wisdom suggests a morning practice. Spend 5 minutes reflecting on one small obstacle and ask, how can I turn this into an advantage? This isn't just inspiring, it's educational, building critical, positive thinking habits. Remember, Stoicism isn't passive endurance, it's active engagement. When you use challenges as fuel, you don't just overcome, you thrive. History and modern stories prove anyone can do this with the right perspective. Stoic wisdom is here to remind you, obstacles aren't the end. They're the start of your greatest journey. As we close this exploration of Marcus Aurelius's 5 profound lessons, pause to feel the power of his timeless wisdom. This philosopher-emperor didn't promise an easy path, but he gave us a map to navigate life's challenges with clarity, resilience, and inner peace. These lessons aren't just words on a page. They're a torch to light your way, a compass to guide you through today's chaotic world. Remember, you have power over your mind, no matter how harsh the circumstances. Time is your most precious asset, so use it to live true to your values. Every obstacle, as Marcus taught, is a chance to forge virtue and uncover hidden strength. See the world with gratitude, for even on the darkest days, beauty exists. In a sunrise, a loved one's smile, or the quiet of your own soul. And finally, stay humble, knowing we're all part of a vast universe, connected by the invisible threads of humanity. These teachings aren't just for Marcus's era. They resonate deeply with us, navigating the frenetic pace of modern America. Whether you're facing work stress, global uncertainty, or inner doubts, Marcus's philosophy is your guiding light. Carry it with you, apply it step by step, and watch it transform your life. Now, it's your turn to act. If these lessons struck a chord, hit like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend, colleague, or loved one who might need a spark to get through today. Don't leave yet. Drop a comment below and tell us which of Marcus's lessons inspires you to change your life right now. Is it mastering your mind, cherishing time, or seeing obstacles as opportunities? Your story could ignite thousands more. Together, let's build a community that lives with greater awareness and strength, one day at a time.